So, Halloween in the UK, coolest, when I say coolest, I mean strangest part, is like people use public transportation here, right? Which means that they are taking the tube to go to all of their Halloween parties. A guy with an eye hanging out and a microwave, and the people around me knew what that meant because they were British, I guess. If anyone knows what that costume meant, I'm really curious because everyone else was like, oh, that's so good, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so funny. But before we go any further, I feel obligated and pressured and excited about answering Alex Day's YouTube survey. So the first question is, tell us about your first kiss. And it was probably like 3rd grade-ish at my wedding. One of many which I had with my next door neighbor because I was a bride, obviously, for Halloween one year, and we got married and we had to do it right. So, you know, it was fine. I insisted that we get married a bunch more times just to make sure that he understood how serious it was. So that was that. First job you wanted as a kid, and I wanted to be a dancer, I guess, because I was in dance, but I didn't want to be a ballerina. I just wanted to be like an abstract, like interpretive dancer, because I took like interpretive dance classes. So we would just be colors for like half an hour. That would have been a cool profession to have. Tell us about your group of school friends. There have been so many, but the one that had the best name was from like freshman to sophomore to kind of junior year of high school. It's vague. It was the Ace Gang, and we all met at Chick-fil-A, and we ate pizza in the Playland. Yeah, we were all like show choir music kids, and it was so much fun. Most expensive item of clothing I ever bought, probably these boots. For those of you who know me or have experienced me in these boots before, you'll know that I love these so much. I take pictures of them while I'm walking. They were $100. Name your kids LOL. I'm not having children. If I am having children, I'm adopting an Asian girl, and I'm naming her Harper. Adorable, right? You love that name. And finally, who would you like to do the survey next? I feel like everyone's done the survey. You. Right there. Whoever is watching this, answer the survey. Or don't, you know? Be yourself. Follow your dreams. So, significant things that have happened to me in the past. My bag just fell over. We went to Brighton. That was like living in a Jane Austen novel. And also kind of like going to America, because this pier that they had and the beach, it was all very, very carnival-y. There were hamburgers and hot dogs and rap music playing and a Ferris wheel. It was not as British as I had expected. It was a little unfortunate, but that's okay. Oh, we went to Hever Castle, which was where Anne Boleyn grew up. And when we were there, they had this like moat around it, and there were swans that were swimming in it. And this swan gets out of the lake. He sees something, and he just starts. He's going for it. And there's just this guy, a family with his kids, talking to this other guy with his kids, and they're just standing there. And the swan just walks up to him. And I don't know, it was like a dog, but scary, because swans are really terrifying. I almost got attacked by one once. Scarred for life. So, and we went to this storytelling, which we walked in and we were like, oh, is this storytelling in the castle? And they were like, oh, well, it's for children. And we were like, well, I said, so does it mean like children physically or like children at heart? And they just what? And so I was like, we're gonna go. And it was for like 3 and under children, but I'm forgetting something really, really exciting that happened. Oh yeah. I went to the Great Hall. We stood on the steps that Professor McGonagall stood on when she welcomed Harry, Ron, and Hermione. I just need you to understand how freaking awesome. It was so cool. And like, they actually filmed there. It was in Oxford at Christ Church College. They still filmed there to like get the original footage, and then for like later they filmed in the replica. Either way, the bottom of my shoe has Professor McGonagall essence on it. And every other one essence. Like Dumbledore was standing in there with me. Whatever, I died. You know I died. It was so cool. We had a pumpkin carving party for Halloween because the thing is, like, people dress up, but it's only like if you're going to clubs, I guess, maybe you can dress up and go to, or like private parties or whatever. So we carved pumpkins. I'm going to Scotland next weekend, so that should be cool. Ach, I Scottish. La la la. It's getting better every week, right?